Hello guys, it's Matthew here, and today, well, I don't entirely know exactly where I'm going, but I do know what I'm going to talk about. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. It's starting to get warmer here. I think it's going to be in the 70s today. Right now it's not, but I'm not wearing a sweater. I'm risking it. It's supposed to get warmer in the next couple hours, but we will see. No guarantees. I might freeze my butt off. We'll see. Anyways, today I'm going back home. I'm gonna pick up my wife. We're just gonna go ride around on the motorcycle. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. There may or may not be some other footage at the end of this one, kind of like when we went hiking. Like I said, I don't know what we're gonna do. So I might just talk and then end it there if we don't really do anything that's worth recording. But today I want to talk about something. So first of all, I'm going to be starting my job on Wednesday. Today is Thursday, I think. So I'll be starting on Wednesday. I'm going to be working from 3:15 to 1:45 in the morning. So 3:15 in the afternoon to 1:45 in the morning. So it's going to be a swing shift job. So I'm going to be a little bit busy, but it's 4 days a week with the occasional overtime, which would be the 5th day, 10-hour days. Just so you guys know, I don't do anything insane. I'm working on machines. I'm a machine specialist. So I run machines, and then when it's time to swap products and swap materials, I clean them. It's just, like, that's important for me to get out there, because I don't want people to, think that, like, I want people to realize that I'm on your level. We're all equal here. And probably most people who are watching me are doing quite a bit better in life than I am. So I just want to get that out of the way right now, because arrogance and importance is like the last thing that I want to come across on my channel. I really, really want everybody to just kind of be on the same level. You know what I mean? We're all equal. We're all human. We all bleed red. Doesn't matter where we come from or what we look like. All right? What I want to talk about today is creating your own luck. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because it's something that I've been faced with in my life recently, where I would just look at somebody who's doing better. This all ties together. I look at somebody who's doing better than me or is in a better situation, I'd say, man, they're lucky. They're lucky. I would say, if only I had, what they had, I would be in the same position, right? And I used to be like that for most of my life. People don't know how to merge in Oregon, by the way. So as you can see, everybody wants to go first, which means nobody gets to go first. Anyways, I used to think that if I had this or if I had that, this person's so lucky, my life would be so much better if ... And I was listening to a talk. I listen to podcasts, and I listen to like motivational speeches, and I listen to church sermons and things like that all the time, because there is no such thing as knowing everything. There's always something to learn. But one thing that really stood out for me this time around was the speaker talking about creating your own luck. And I want to share this with you. Now, put yourself in the shoes of the world's best diver. And I'm talking about oxygen tanks, scuba diving, cave diving in the ocean, any type of water, the world's best diver. Right? now let's just say, for example, somebody comes across, somebody else, not the diver, comes across some information about some treasure, an old shipwreck that was forgotten somewhere out in the ocean along the coast of some, you know, nice, amazing, in the Bajas, or in the, or let's just say in Fiji or something like that. Let's just say there's a shipwreck that was forgotten, and somebody came across information and spotted it and found it, and has evidence that there's $200 million worth of gold that was on that ship. Okay? Now, that explorer, the person with the information, does not have the skill set necessary to be able to go down there, pinpoint it, find it, and bring it back up out of the water. Right? So what are they going to do? They're going to try to find somebody who has the diving skills needed to find it. Now, even if the person exploring and got the information, he might have gotten that information by real legitimate luck, or not. Maybe he's in a position where he's got a lot of knowledge and he's been searching for it, and maybe he finally found it. So maybe it wasn't even luck, right? Now, but that's luck on his side, right? Now, the diver has spent his whole life becoming the world's best diver. He's got years of experience, and everybody knows him. And as soon as the explorer says, hey, I need to find a diver, some guy says, oh, I know exactly who you need. And they refer him to the experienced diver, right? And they come to an agreement that if the diver can go down and retrieve the treasure from this shipwreck, that they would split it. The explorer and the diver could split it 50-50. Right? So that means the diver, if he can retrieve it, will get $100 million. And the explorer will take the other $100 million. So they make the deal and they make the agreement, and the diver goes out. Let's just say it's Fiji. It's beautiful. It's like a vacation place, right? He goes out, he gets to see this beautiful place, he gets to dive down, do what he spent his whole life doing. You know, he loves it, enjoys every minute of it, and in the end he gets $100 million worth of treasure due to the agreement, right? Now, you put yourself in the shoes of a less experienced, less known diver who comes across this story. And that less experienced diver would say, he's just lucky. He's just lucky. I have the skill set to do that. Why? You know, he's just lucky. He got it. Right? The diver's lucky. But I'm here to argue that no, the diver is not lucky. He didn't get lucky. He created his luck because he spent his entire life building that reputation and that skill set of being the best diver. And if he did not do that, the explorer would have never known to call him for help. Right? So, in a sense, that diver, the guy who spent his entire life developing a skill and becoming the best with this skill in the world, he created the luck, if you want to call it that he needed to get that phone call saying, hey, I've got a dive for you that'll pay you $100 million. Right? Now, so you have to argue, is he just lucky that he received that call? Or did he create that luck because he spent his entire life putting himself in the position to get that call? The guy didn't just call him because he drew a name out of the hat and he just got chose. He called him because everybody knows he's the best at the job. Right? So that's what I want to get with you guys here. You do not get lucky. You put yourself into positions to where you can absorb luck, I guess, or you put yourself in the position, right? I guess a really quick way to explain this in another fashion would be, imagine yourself going to work every day doing the same thing. If you're the average employer, or I'm sorry, if you're the average employee going to work, like me with my machine stuff, going to work and just doing the job just to get it done and then going home and that's it, you're never, ever, ever, ever going to get the recommendation to get the next position above you. The person who's going to get that recommendation is the person who grinds at the skill every single day, who builds the relationships with the people above them and the people around them, so that when the position opens up, they say, I know exactly who to give it to. Right? You see what I'm saying here? So I really, really hope that this story, sharing it with you guys, is very useful for whatever you guys are doing in your life right now. If you have the mindset and the eyes on moving up to the next place, or being in a position where you can go to your employer and say, hey, I want to move to swing shift, can I? And they say, of course, we want you to stay, you know, so that I can spend the day out here riding my motorcycle. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get a point across. If you want to move up in the world, in your career, in your environment, you don't have to get lucky just to get it. And that's the misconception that everybody has, and that's the reason why everybody's getting stuck. You need to put yourself in the position where when that opportunity comes, they give it to you. They don't just pick you out of chance. They give it to you because they know you. They know you, they know what you do, they know your skill. You have spent time, maybe you're going to lunches with them. Anything, maybe you go hiking. You know, like a long time ago, I used to go, you know, I've gone a couple times hiking Table Rock like I did the other time with my supervisor. Because he's a cool dude. You know, he was a good friend. He's a cool dude. And you build the relationship with them. And then when you go into work every day, you don't just do 100% to get it done. You know, you go above and beyond, and you don't complain about it. You do extra without the expectation of getting anything in return for it. You know, you go in there and say you have to get this job done by this day. Not only do you just get that job done by that day, you get that job and another job done by the same day, right? And then you don't go to your supervisor or your manager or whoever, or your boss or whatever, and say, hey, I think I deserve a bonus because I did extra. No, you don't do that. Your bonus will come, and it'll be a greater bonus, because that raise in your salary, that higher title, that better position, that increase in responsibility is going to be a bonus that stays with you for the rest of your life, rather than just one $500 bonus, right? You know, for all you know, it could be like a 25% salary raise that you're going to have for the rest of your life, and more if you keep up that you know, mentality. You'll go higher than that. But you see what I mean? So that's all I've got to tell you guys today. No idea how long this video is, but this is something that's been kind of on my mind, because I am that person that used to say they're just lucky. You know, they're just lucky they got that opportunity, without realizing that that opportunity was given to them because they worked for it, you know? So that's all I've got to say for you guys. I really, really hope this inspires some of you guys to maybe, you know, look at what you're doing in life, rethink it. You know, develop a skill. Develop a skill. It doesn't matter what you're doing, just be the best at it. All right, be the best. And if you, and then the other thing is, another thing that's extremely important. This is the last thing I'm going to throw in there, because you don't want people to hate you, of course. Grind your skill out, be the best at it, be competitive and stuff, but at the same time, build the relationship with your peers as well as your superiors, because that one day when you do get that position, if you're ever above any of those peers that you're with, you're gonna want their respect too, right? You're gonna want their respect. That you want them to also say, yeah, this guy deserves it, he's a good person, and I want to work for them because I like him. You know, so don't be competitive, don't step on people, you know, don't hurt other people to get ahead, you know, but grind your skill out, build relationships with the people around you, the people above you, and the people next to you, and the people underneath you, because someday they're going to be working for you, maybe, and you're going to want their respect. You're going to want them to be happy to work for you. So that's it. That's all I got to say, and I'm calling it there. All right, so we decided to actually head down to Lithia Park in Ashland, Oregon. It's a really neat place, but on our way down there, we're actually driving through Phoenix and Talent, and those are the two towns that got hit real hard by the fires last summer. Pretty much burnt down the whole town. Kind of strange to think that a town named Phoenix got burnt down. But for the most part, it looks to me like they've been doing a pretty decent job at rebuilding, because I mean, things are looking good again. But we'll see. I'm not going to talk too much through here, because they do have the roads kind of all blocked off and going in weird directions and stuff, and I have a hard time focusing while talking, so we'll see. I just figured that somebody might be interested in seeing what Phoenix is looking like now, about a year later after the big fires. Just a little bit less than a year, I think. Actually, I don't know. Was that last year? It might be 2 years. It might be 2 years, actually. I don't remember. Well, up around this corner up here is about where it hit us the hardest. And for the most part, it's all green. It's all green. It's like it never happened before. Well, if I come across something, I'll add it to that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna maybe add a little bit of the Lithia Park at the end and call it good. The only place that still looks like there was a fire is those little trees there, and then the trees on this side. They got a bunch of mobile homes put back in there. I remember, gosh, so many people lost their homes and stuff, and it was so hard to find a place, because the insurance was like helping people with trailers and everything, but it was so hard to find a place to park it. There's a lot of people that, like, sure, they were able to get an RV or something, you know, for the time being while things were being rebuilt, but not having a place to park it, not having a place to put it and hook it up and stuff, pretty much makes it useless, you know. And there wasn't really a lot of people doing anything to create space for them, but you could see down here, that's pretty much all gone. Yeah, I don't really have too much more to show down this way, so I'll see if there's going to be something for you guys over at the park. I just want to get the bridge. It's so pretty here. Lots of benches and stuff for picnics. Mm-hmm. Psst, I love you. This is a pretty place. I should probably grab my bag before I walk off. I don't know. Oh, okay, we're going on an adventure, I guess. Let's see if I can do this. I don't have the shoes for this. I did not almost slip. This place is beautiful. I think I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. So, yeah, I hope everybody has a good week and enjoys the wonderful weather.